I don't believe that my whole purpose is just healing people through laughter. Yes, comedy, podcast, my platform. It's a platform for me to heal people with my jokes and my laughter, my personality. But I also believe as I go through things and as I go through tests, once that test becomes a testimony and I get out of it, I truly believe a part of my purpose is to share my testimony with you guys. It's to share my pain and let you guys know what I've been through. Yes, I'm just a person just like you. Yes, I go through trials and tribulations just like you. But my testimony will also let you know you can make it through. So I truly believe that is a part of my purpose, to share what I've been through. And sometimes that's why I don't share everything when I'm going through it, because I ain't made it through it yet. Or I'm right at the beginning of the storm and my emotions are everywhere and I don't just want to talk about it when I'm full of emotions. Sometimes I have to go through certain things and get through it and understand actually what I'm going through before I speak on it. And that's why I am here to encourage you guys. Do not lose your vision. Do not lose your vision. Do not let the enemy take what you thought. One day you thought you could have it. You believed. There was a point where you believed. There was a point where you saw the end of the tunnel. There was a point where you saw yourself on that stage, owning that business, where you saw yourself having that family, having those kids, where you saw yourself getting out of poverty, breaking generational curses. And you get tainted, you get hurt. Time goes on. It doesn't happen when you think it's going to happen, when you want it to happen, and you have lost your vision. Get your vision back. It is time to get your vision back. You guys, I went through this recently. I went through this. I have always been a visionary. Never in my life have I not been a visionary. From when I was little, I've always had an entrepreneur mindset. Always. I didn't know it was entrepreneurship at the beginning. I was selling candy at school. I was making bracelets and having people buy bracelets from me, like selling bracelets to girls. I was selling snacks, selling chips. Back then, I just thought I was trying to get $1. But now, looking back, I'm like, I was always an entrepreneur. I always had an entrepreneur mindset. I've always had vision. If I go back to my yearbook in school, baby, I wasn't only the class clown, okay? I always was making people laugh. The teacher used to kick me out, like, go to the hallway, B. I would go to the hallway. She'd be like, you funny, but stop talking during my damn class. I get it. You want to make people giggle. You want all the attention, but stop talking during this test. It's a science test. Like, ma'am, I wasn't talking. I was cheating. I was trying to get the answers, bitch. Now, let me go back in there and give me an A on this test, please. So I've always been the class clown. I didn't only get class clown in the yearbook. I got most likely to succeed. I got most likely to be famous. So that shows me what? I still had that vision even back then in high school, in middle school. I've always had vision. I've never not been confident. I've never not been bold. I've never not used my voice. That's what got me to this point. That's how I got my platform, making viral videos, using my voice, having my personality. I've never been muted in a certain area. But I'm saying all this to say, get your vision back. Why? Because I had to fight for my vision back. Because one time, I've never experienced this. Last year, I lost vision. I lost it. The enemy tried to mute me. The enemy really been trying to mute me since I was a kid. Honestly, if we go back to the root of where this all started, in my childhood, with an adult that was around me, that was supposed to be there to lead me as a woman and cover me and help raise me in a certain environment, just didn't do that. I was scared of that person. I wasn't myself around that person. I was timid around that person. And that person caused me to be a people pleaser, have lack of boundaries, always try to make people happy because I knew how to maneuver in that environment because that's how I was around her. Not only did it do that, it made me latch onto women, wanting acceptance from women or looking at them like, dang, she's so smart in this field. I trust her here. Dang, she's smart over here. I trust her here. Latching onto them and thinking they all had something that I didn't have, which really, it was just deep inside of me. Everything that I latched onto these women for, I had. I just didn't know I had it, right? So going back to the root of where this all started, the enemy has been trying to mute me since I was a child. Through that scenario, that person when I was younger. And that manifested in my relationships with a few women that I can think of, I can count on one hand over my lifetime. And I have never lost my vision until last year when I went into a dark space, going through so many things publicly, going through so many things privately. I was like, yo, like for the first time ever, I am telling you for the first time, y'all, when I say I have never said something and not believed it, billionaire B, I believe it. I'm going to have $1 million before my 30th birthday. I believe it. We're going to have the number one podcast in the world. I believe it. Visions of me in an arena. I've been in arenas. I've opened up for Martin Lawrence. I've opened up for all these people. I've never headlined an arena. I can't bring no 30,000 people out yet. Okay? I've never not believed that for my life. My faith has always been massive. But for the first time last year, I lost vision. I lost it. I lost it. My pastor, Darius Daniel, says this all the time. Sight and vision are two different things. Sight is what you see with your own eyes. You can see me right now. You see the mic. Sight. We all have sight, right? Not everybody has vision. Vision is more faith-based. It's what you see with your heart. It's what you believe with your heart before you can physically see it in the flesh. And I've never lost my vision until last year. The enemy truly had me thinking, okay, maybe you're not good enough. Or maybe you've reached the peak of your career. Maybe this is it. Or you start thinking about people that have fell off or people that, nobody cares about anymore. People that don't have longevity. I want longevity in what I do. And for the first time, I started to doubt that. Okay, everything you do, it doesn't work. Messed up with your book. Look what happened with that. Look what they thought about that. You messed up with your last podcast. Look what happened with that. That ended. Look at this relationship. Look at this friendship. Look at this ex. You can't keep a man. You still single. I was like, yo, I have never doubted if I was going to be a wife. I've never doubted if I was going to be a mother. Last year, I was like, well, maybe it's just not for me. I have never doubted if I was going to have longevity in my career. Last year, I was like, well, maybe this is just it. Maybe God is just going to use me and I'm falling on my ass. He's going to keep me on my ass and I just have to accept where I am. And this is going to be my testimony. I'm just going to be at the bottom and I just have to praise him in the midst. No. That is not the life God wants for you. It's not. Get your vision back. Get your vision back. Get your vision back. God intends on us having an abundant life on earth as it is in heaven, not just in heaven. I don't just want the pearly gates and the mansion and the streets of gold after I die. I want all of that now. And I'm not just talking about materialistic things. I'm talking about mentally, spiritually, physically, and financially, and materialistically. I want it all. I want everything that God has for me in this lifetime. And to have that, you have to keep your faith. And your faith gives you vision. So I lost that, y'all. Like, man, that mind, me and Vina talk about this all the time. Your mind will take you down a rabbit hole of negative thoughts. And I have to combat it. You have to combat it. Sometimes when I don't know what to say, my mind is just going crazy. Well, maybe this. They'll never like you. You're not good enough. Well, you see, go read the comments. Look at that negative comment. Look at how bad you are. Look at how ugly you are. Your mind will just go and go and go. It is a choice to dwell on that. I saw this recently on social media because the word says meditate on the word, meditate on good things, right? People be like, I don't know how to meditate. I do not know who this girl is, but I saw a clip. It went viral on Instagram. And she said, well, a lot of people say you don't know how to meditate. You know how to meditate because you're meditating when you're thinking negatively. It's a meditation. You're meditating on darkness. You're meditating on negative thoughts. You're still meditating. Well, I can't rest my mind. I don't know how to meditate. You're meditating on something. You're thinking about something. So you have to shift your mindset. When those negative thoughts start to come in, baby, let me tell you, I start, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. I am blessed. I am healed. I am set free. And one of my homegirls told me this recently. Sometimes when I'm thinking negatively, I try to just shift the negative thought to a positive. Open up your mouth. Open up your mouth and combat it verbally. If I'm thinking a negative thought, I'm ugly. I'm not successful. Everything I do fails. Boom, open up your mouth. Well, I know that's a lie because God already told me I'm abundant. God already gave me my vision. It's coming. I am blessed. I have faith. I'm even if you don't believe it, say it until you believe it. I am confident. I am bold. I know how to articulate myself. Those are the things I've been working on. So I want people to know you're not alone in the season. If you have lost your vision, get your vision back.